Welcome to the Broski Deals podcast. It's your boy Kiko Flow, Kiko Cervantes, and today we got a full house. We got Adrian, we got DJ BJ. Thank you for tuning in. We're on Pirate Bay, we're on Napster, LimeWire, BearShare, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Subscribe to the thing, share it, leave your comments, let us know what you think. We want critiques. If you don't like it, let us know. We'll stop doing it. No, not really, but yeah, we're recording right now. And I wanted to ask you right away. This is a segment of the podcast that we've been wanting to do for a while, but the whole crew needs to be there for that to happen. And it's a segment, is it gangster or not? And I wanted to ask you guys, is it gangster to wait in traffic or cut to the front? This might be relevant if you live in South Florida, where people are more, let's say, uneducated. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's a problem that I deal with on a daily basis. And I question myself on a daily basis. Is it gangster for me to be waiting in line like a schmuck? Or is it gangster for me to cut like everybody else does in this godforsaken city right to the front? And I get 45 minutes of my life back. What's gangster? Is it not gangster? What do I do? And that's why I raise this question to you guys, because I don't know.
This is a very sticky situation, because to agree to one probably means you're a dirtbag, but to agree to the other means you're a schmuck. You know, like you pick your poison.
There's no middle point.
Yeah, because you either wait in line for an hour, that sucks, or you cut to the front and you're an asshole.
And how much do you really save? Because when you cut to the front, you slow the whole line in general.
We're all going to the same place. Getting the fuck out of here. You
mean to work, or like you're looking further, like, you know, to death? We're all going there.
I mean, both. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're all going to work.
Like, would you say we're all in traffic to our inevitable demise?
No, because traffic is only like, let's say, 1% of your day.
That's
2% of your day.
That's bullshit.
10% of your day.
Is our life right now 1% of our existence?
Exactly. In the bigger spectrum.
Right.
Yeah.
Like looking at the big picture
of our soul's existence.
Right. It's traffic. I mean, like, one thing that you have, at least me, when you don't own a vehicle, and you just walk places, then you don't have the traffic situation, you know. But I also live in Europe, which is a lot different, you know. So it's interesting to hear people talk about this, because let us know in the comments, like, where do you listen from? I mean, I already know because I look at the analytics, but I want to know, you know, like, specifically you guys, like, do you use your vehicle to? Do you also go to traffic? Because traffic is something. It's a traffic.
In Transylvania.
In Transylvania, there's a lot of traffic of the bats coming to eat the blood. Like, you know, I'll be honest. I'm somebody that likes to follow the law, so I don't like to live in places where the law is not followed. That's why I moved from my native Venezuela. Even though I love it, it is a place that's very common, very known for their shenanigans, corruption. So when you go to Miami, you find out, shit, this is the first world, but there's still a lot of shenanigans, because there's a lot of people here that maybe didn't read enough when they were younger.
I can tell you one thing. With my last trip to EDC, this was something wonderful that I realized.
What's EDC? Explain it to the people, because not everybody takes ecstasy on the weekend.
Electric Daisy Carnival is an event that held place in Las Vegas during the summer, and Orlando during the fall, wintertime. Okay, and basically,
techno music.
People tend to park close to the event so that once they leave, they can get in the car and leave. This became a logistical nightmare because of how many cars were parked in those streets and those areas. Certain areas were blocked off, closed off. They could only leave one way. So it created a clusterfuck. Nobody was moving. Nobody. We all got out and we started talking to each other. You know, like, what's going on? There's traffic. A boy of mine and myself, we went up to the front to like where the traffic was actually happening, to see what was happening. And we told them, yo, look, it's blocked here. You have to go the other way. we started organizing everybody. All right, you go. All right, now you go. Now you go. Everybody started flowing together, working as a team to get this traffic going. And I kid you not, it worked. And then people started helping out. People started moving like literally like an inch. All right, move an inch. So this guy could go this way, like Tetris and shit.
And you were like who triggered that change?
I'll be honest with you. No, the friend of mine that was with me, he's the one that was triggered. Like he triggered it. Okay. And then I'm like, all right, so I'll help you with this cause. I'll go this way.
He triggered you.
Right. He triggered me. He triggered that mode, you know?
Right. Damn, that's gangster. That's actually pretty gangster.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so let me get this straight. Cutting in line in the traffic, that's not gangster.
I didn't discuss that part either. Like, okay, so cutting in line, gangster, not gangster. I think.
We'll answer that shortly. However, helping out to restructure the traffic in a way so it flows, super gangster.
Not only gangster, it's absolutely necessary. It's what we need, what we might not deserve in the moment.
It's the crux of our society. We need responsible adults.
So somebody had to take charge.
Somebody needs to take charge and organize.
If not, it's bloody chaos.
Camrys will not fit this way. Okay, so now to the cutting of the lines. You were saying, DJ BJ.
You fell asleep and you forgot to put on your alarm. You wake up. You got exactly 7 minutes to get to work. I think it's gangster, irresponsible, but gangster to fucking cut your way through that whole fucking from A to B, just straight cutting. You get to work on time.
When you do that dirtbagness, right? When you do that dirtbag, do you have on the song that says "cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it"? No.
Well, 7 minutes left. You got Ludacris. Move, bitch! Get out the way.
Okay, that's actually pretty gangster. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so you would say it's gangster if you're in a rush and you need it.
If it's like necessary, if you're just doing it to
yeah, but isn't it necessary every day? If you are a responsible piece of shit, you would never wake up in time. You're always late, so you can always justify it by saying it's an emergency. It's gangster to do it.
And then you set the precedent for other people to do the same thing.
And then you slowly fuck up the society that you live in, that your kids will live in.
You just take the L when you get there late and say, "Hey, I'm late." Yeah, and what? I made it late.
That's gangster. Arriving late and telling them, "Yeah, bitch, I'm late. Move."
Yeah, but not if this is a recurring problem though, where you're constantly being late.
Yeah, if it's a recurring problem, then you gotta look into it.
They already told you.
You gotta look within. You gotta look within.
You have to be here on time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's when it's necessary.
In that case,
you're getting cut off, Adrian.
Soul searching and realize that you are not gangster for not making out time.
That's where we come in and we talk them straight. You know, like,
all right, how about this?
Let
me switch it up. Waking up early and making it on time and being responsible, is that gangster or is that corny? I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think it's a debate. Like, I think it's super gangster. Like, maybe because I'm closer to being a middle-aged man.
No.
Like, I think getting your shit done is gangster. Like, I remember there's this movie, right, called, I don't know, like Stepdad or Two Dads with Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, and the other one, Ferrell.
Stepfathers or something.
Stepfathers, yeah. And like, Mark Wahlberg looks more badass and more gangster because he's like I'm the swag guy, and Will Ferrell's just like the paper bitch, right? He just goes to pick up his kids at a school and takes him to the activities and shit, and he looks very like a little bitch. And then at the end of the movie, the message is like, no, this guy that looks like a little bitch, father, corny, with New Balance shoes, this guy's getting it done and taking care of his family and making sure that everybody has happy days and his kids develop in a sports way, in their mental. And then Mark Wahlberg's just fucking bitches and getting money. Or not getting money, really, just fucking bitches. And he's not gangster. That's not gangster. Like, not being there for your kids is not gangster. Right? I mean, I think so.
You got to balance both.
Mm-hmm.
So you think sometimes you gotta be away? You gotta be away too?
Yeah, just to let them know, hey, I take it for granted. I
I
could
could be
right
gone.
now.
I could be gone right now. Like I could be at Mikosuki, playing bingo with the old ladies.
I do this out of love. Don't get it twisted.
And because the law requires it until you're 18. But aside from that,
I'd be out this bit.
You got to keep the Mark Wahlberg swag and the Will Ferrell responsibility.
okay, so you gotta mix it.
You got to mix it somehow, some way.
That's why they showed both. Like both are necessary evils.
Well, I wouldn't say evil. That's you
I mean,
like,
like-
why are you judging masculine men in that way? Type shit.
No, but
that-
you also have to know that at the end of the day, or at the end of the movie, in this case, there's always somebody that's more
Badass.
badass. John Cena comes out at the end,
right.
like, "What's up?"
That was good. That's good.
thought
Who's
you were
badass?
gangster.
They say you were gangster, but you never front none. They say, yeah. No, I get it. Okay. No, because what I think is, what's gangster is, even if you got New Balance shoes, you're making shit work. You're bringing the food to the table. You're paying for Carly to go to fucking, whatever, Italy to study, the Roman Empire type shit. I think you deserve respect, even though you wear Nautica shirts and New Balance shoes. And think the Cheesecake Factory is a luxurious place. I mean,
So is the gangsterism the way you dress, or the attitude that you have?
right, it's the attitude you convey to people. I think so.
Right. So then going back to the traffic jam, I would say that it's gangster to wait.
To wait, okay. Because it means like, hey, I'm not in a rush. I got enough time to live my life.
I understood what I'm getting myself into, and I planned ahead of time to get there on time, knowing that this traffic was going to be here.
Right.
And I'm cool with it because I'm in the moment. I'm going to listen to my podcast or my music.
Right. I'm
Or
going to
the
put like
news or
my
learn language.
David Goggins book, audiobook,
Right.
and make sure I'm not a bitch.
Right.
All right, let me flip it. Let me go a little more deep. Is a gangster if you go to the doctor or to the dentist? Like, I don't mean in an emergency. Like a checkup. Like you thought to yourself, like, fuck, maybe I should get checked. Maybe I should go see what's going on within this little body of mine. Maybe I should get checked that teeth that's been a little annoying.
The little sore on my gonads.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Maybe I should see what's up with that extra large gonad of mine. Like, is that gangster?
If do like an annual checkup, I don't know. I haven't gotten my check. I haven't checked myself in like years.
Okay.
But I've gone to the dentist.
Right. But that's okay because you require. Okay, so maybe in your case, like, do you think it's gangster for you to go to the dentist?
No.
Like, if Lil Wayne was sitting getting his teeth fixed, like, that's not gangster. But I guess you could argue having your teeth looking nice allows you to be more attractive in the market,
Which is gangster.
which is gangster.
So I need like a personal dentist to come to my house.
That would be
and clean my
even more
teeth.
gangster. Like, in my case, it would be like my barber. In your case, like your own dentist that comes through.
Right.
And gets. I mean, you could get a barber too.
To do the beard. That's pretty gangster.
I mean, and also the top, right? You gotta keep that shit smooth.
Right.
Otherwise,
Mayweather
you ain't
does that,
gangster.
or
I
did
mean,
that.
I don't think it's gangster if you're looking like fucking Larry David, right?
I think Mayweather paid $100 a day to get his head shaven and waxed on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. Damn, that's pretty gangster.
Well, what about Manny Petty? Gangster, not gangster.
I think
Manny
we said this
Petty.
before, John.
I remember we talked about this. Yeah, but let's talk
Yeah,
about it again.
I think John really wants to make a case for being gangster.
It's like, no, last time we spoke about Manny Petty, we said he wasn't gangster, but I'm just saying, like, maybe now, like, I don't know.
Talking about personal hygiene and the dentist and the doctor.
Like
No, it's part of personal hygiene.
Like, I'm just saying, in rush hour, Chris Tucker was getting a Manny Petty in Tokyo. And Hong Kong, maybe. Like, no, he was
Like
getting
the-
massages. Yeah,
like
that's
the-
kind of like a
Sorry,
mani-pedi.
Oh,
There's an Asian
okay.
massage parlor.
Would you say, okay, so double question. Is a gangster mani-pedi? Answer again. And is a gangster massage?
Wait, we glossed over the doctor dentist.
Okay, let's go back to Dennis.
Dentist, you're doing it for cleanliness again, hygiene. But
Okay.
are you going to get your teeth fixed? Like,
Just cleanliness.
yeah, just cleanliness. That's
Okay,
gangster
so
stuff.
getting like braces, you would say that's the line for the gangsterness? Like JC with braces, can he spit fire like that?
He can. He just made it much harder for himself.
Yeah. Maybe the Invisalign that you don't see.
Oh, okay. That sits me weird because like Invisalign is almost like, oh, that's gangster, and at the same time it's like, that's corny as fuck. Like get the shit, like the metal stuff. You know what I mean?
Look at the metal stuff. But they can afford it.
So yeah, but if you see somebody with the metal stuff at age like 45, it's kind of childish.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It does.
Like if you're
You look
45, you gotta live with what you got now, and like care, and believe it.
Yeah, just believe in yourself.
Yeah, like now it's more.
that one little tooth that's just hanging there.
Yeah, like from now on, it's more maintenance work and developing more your personality because that's kind of what you got left at this stage. Yeah, like,
You're already going down the hill.
right. Like at 45, and when we get there, I mean, we're preparing for that.
Oh,
when
fuck.
we're 45, it's gonna suck, right? But maybe it gets better.
It's
You know
only
those
getting worse.
commercials that used to like they run about like if you were like gay, like
Uh-huh.
somebody would come on and say like, "Don't worry, it gets better." Like I want somebody to, no, yeah,
Yeah, no, I remember that.
like you would be like, "Hey, don't worry, like it gets better." Like as you grow up, you meet
As
other
you
people, you
grow.
find, like I want something like that to come on, but about life. Like, hey guys, I know what you're going through right now. It gets better, even if it's a lie.
It definitely is.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like for example, if you're a Jew in Nazi Germany, right? And you're in a concentration camp and they tell you, "Hey, don't worry, like just hold on. I know you're hungry, I know you're barely surviving, but just hold on. They're gonna come. The allies are very close.
It gets better.
It gets better." You could you could be like, no, but check me out. You could be like, yo, that's that's not true, that's cruel. Like to tell them that, right?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, you don't really know when the allies are coming. So isn't it better to give hope so that they stay alive enough until hopefully the allies come?
But it is a real possibility. Or you're saying that they could never come?
No, it is a real possibility.
The war just started. You know it's not happening.
It's year one. It hasn't even been a year yet.
Nobody even knows that concentration camps exist.
You're the Nazi soldier telling the Jews it gets better.
Get on the train, it gets better.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, so let me go to the next one.
Well, didn't we talk about that recently, John? That sometimes it's necessary to lie. Who did I talk to about that with? That like if you're seeing somebody bleed out and dying, and they're like next to their kid, and the kid like is on the other side of the car accident and already died, and the mom or dad is laying there. Do you tell the person, "No, your son's dead," and you tell the truth, or do you lie because it's unnecessary?
Well, you cannot evade answering. Like, oh, we're working on it. Dude,
What do you mean? Is he alive or not?
we're working on it, but what do you mean he's chopped into 13 pieces? We're working on it, goddammit.
He right now he's more offender than person. We're working on it.
You can call him Optimus Prime. He became one with a truck. but we're working on it.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Hold on, it gets better.
Okay, so do you remember those annoying Monday and Wednesday classes that he had? You won't have to go back to them.
The swimming lessons you talking about?
There's no more Saturday early morning T-ball games. I mean, don't get me wrong. Those games will still happen, but you won't be required to be there. Actually, if you're there, it's actually very weird for the other kids. What do you mean the other kids? Well, we're working on it. It gets better.
There's other kids.
What do you mean other kids? Because my kid is there too, right? With the other kids. Yeah, about that.
I mean, they'll play again Sunday together.
Do you feel that in Christmas it was a little
he-
hard to buy the Christmas presents? It gets better.
It gets better.
You were saying, DJ?
That's it. It gets better. It just gets better.
Okay, so going to the doctor and dentist, it is gangster because staying alive and staying healthy, make sure that you're out there banging punani if you're about that life. Or, banging anuses, I guess. I mean, that's the other option.
All right.
There's no other option unless you go pee hole to pee hole, which is weird.
Oof.
But it must be exciting too.
But possible.
I'm pretty sure they do that too. Like if you get somebody that's circumcised and somebody that's uncircumcised, you can sort of help a homie out.
It's like when you put your hand, like when you have a sweater, you put one arm through the hole.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was picturing.
That has a name.
That's called like sleeving or something. Some shit.
It's called docking.
Oh, docking. Oh shit.
Like
That's
docking a
Docking
ship?
station? Oh, nice.
like I'm not talking about the actual like action of it, but the naming of it, given the context, that's pretty gangster. Docking. Like imagine
Like a ship
you
going to staying at port.
I think of it more like a space shuttle. You know that little arm that extends out to kind of meet with the other arm to connect.
Yeah, like
and then they pulls it in. You know,
it reminds me of like an Elon Musk SpaceX spaceship going into the International Space Station and docking.
To infinity and beyond. Definitely.
Right?
It's like it's here to stay. I'm here now. I've docked.
Right.
I'm gonna explore this planet.
All right, so going to the next one. It's a gangster. And by the way, these are Adrian's suggestions. It's a gangster.
Why are you calling him out like that?
No, actually, like it would make sense if I was about to say some like embarrassing shit, but it isn't. I just wanted people to know, like, he's
the context of where it came from.
Yeah, this guy's came. I mean, everybody gives their own support. But gangster, to get better seats at the stadium or be in your assigned seat that you bought. Now, what I'm gathering from this is, do you try to sneak into better seats that you shouldn't go to? Technically
Correct.
speaking,
Because
okay.
I went to a game not too long ago with my girl and her friends, and their friends wanted to be a little sneaky and go all the way to the front seats that they were spying for like the first half of the game. And dude, I feel like I'm too old to be doing that sort of thing. Especially in Miami, when you never know when somebody's going to show up to their seats. It could be in the last 5 minutes of the game, and then you get kicked out, and you end up looking cheap and like a little hooligan. And that's what happened. We ended up all going, and then we got kicked out once. We tried again. We got kicked out twice. And that's it. I'm just going back to my seat. I'm not doing this.
What game was this? What type of game? Or basketball game?
Basketball.
Yeah, I mean, first time I'll give it to you. The second time you should have made the call. Like, we did this once. We got kicked out. That's enough. No more going back.
Okay, so you're saying DJ BJ that it could be a little bit gangster if you
The
do
first
it
time
once and you attempt it.
The first time without you getting caught. If you never get caught, gangster as fuck.
Okay, so attempting it could lead you to a gangster situation.
Yes,
Okay.
just in the attempt alone.
Okay.
But if you're taking a first date and you try this and it backfires, do you lose points?
Well, if you go on a first date and you do this,
Yeah, you're no. Like that's where we're gonna start.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this on the first date?
like if you do that on a first date, it should be a purple alert.
A purple.
All right, fine. Not first date.
We have a retard on the loose.
Please check your ticket numbers and go to your seats now.
Oh shit! Like everybody starts getting texts on their phone.
They put it on the jumbotron.
Have you seen this man? No, have you seen this child?
The Miami Mental Center is looking for him. Okay, so no gangster in general. It's pretty. I mean, that's pretty.
To try once.
That's pretty riffraff.
I think so. As long as you don't get caught. The moment you get caught,
So
Like sneaking, it reminds me of like sneaking into the movie theater, which I used to do a lot when I was a kid. And I think that used to be gangster. Like that was gangster.
with one ticket.
I still think that's gangster. So.
Oh, you still do that today? Okay. I mean, you're not saying. I'm not. You're
not
saying,
currently.
Not currently. Like not right now while I'm recording this. That's funny because, okay. I remember back in the day, the movie theaters would have the popcorn bag that you could refill unlimitedly. And I would even go the day in, I would sneak into the movie theater and I would grab one of those bags from the trash can along with a drink and I would get popcorn and drink. And that was pretty gangster. That's not gangster? No, but I don't mean like a dirty ass cup and bag. I mean like ones that were like just left there.
That's a health hazard, Kiko.
No. I mean, I was 13. You know, back then you could put anything in your body.
Yeah, I guess at 13 is gangster.
At 13, that was pretty gangster.
Like the fact that you thought of that, you analyze, you're like, oh, look, if I take in this popcorn and this drink, they won't even question that I have a ticket or not.
Oh, I didn't even go that far. That's Inception and shit.
He went to get the popcorn.
No, I would go in, sneak in, and then once in, I would get the popcorn in the bag so that I could get popcorn and drink because you could refill it unlimitedly.
But they give it to you in the same container, right?
Oh, you didn't get to go in.
No.
Oh, you had to buy the ticket.
Well, to go in, I would say I would go to the bathroom, or if we had two people, they would get 2 tickets, and then those 2 tickets would get cycled in and out. Mm-hmm. You know, the classic Miami way.
Or even the one ticket. The one ticket.
The one ticket. Wow.
How do you do the one ticket? You open the door in the back?
Wow, I'm pretty sure that was.
What was that? You
pushing the limits.
You send it back through a little bird? What the fuck?
No, you get the one ticket, you go in, and then you on your way out, you make eye contact with the guy and just say like, I'm going to the bathroom. So he remembers you. And then you go into the bathroom, give the ticket, or you go buy the popcorn and a bunch of stuff, and you can't show the ticket, but he remembers your face.
Okay.
So you're walking in.
Okay, so quick question. So each new one that comes in has to create this relationship with the guy?
It's one ticket for a max of 3 people.
Okay. It's a 3 people job. Okay.
So then the second person does the same thing. Like, oh, look, remember me? I'm going to the bathroom.
Has to do either the bathroom or the popcorn, Coke, my hands are full trick.
Okay.
So one has to do one, and then the second one has to do the other.
Right, and then
ideally, I mean, depending on how your team works, but yeah, ideally that I mean, that's a strategy each team would decide. But I would go with that one. I would go 1 and 1. Now, the one we used to do, which is less hard in that sense, but also quite gangster. You get 2 tickets and you get like 8 people in. So you go back out. With 1 ticket, you give it to somebody else. Now you 2 go back in, and then vice versa. You keep doing that process. Takes time, but it works.
What about if you?
It takes time.
I mean, but it works.
This is a crazy idea. How about if you get 8 tickets and then 8 people go in?
Not gangster.
Then you have to put a purple alert because we got a retard on the loose. No, but I mean, I'll be honest. These days,
8 tickets, you could have filled up a theater, John.
What are you doing with your life?
with 8 tickets, we could have taken the whole neighborhood.
It sounds like a wasted opportunity.
They go in by apartment numbers.
The theater owner sees the place is packed. Only 8 tickets were bought. All brought their own popcorn bag from the time before. What the fuck? Refill it. Why are you getting it out of your wallet? all folded up. Refill it.
Why is your cup in there in your backpack?
The bags of a movie that played like a year ago. It's still like Jumanji, the first one from the 80s.
The Mummy Returns bucket.
Sir, we don't do the unlimited popcorn since 7 years ago. Bitch, refill it.
Show me the terms and conditions.
For that, you gotta be an AMC member.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
Okay, so all right, so it is gangster to steal your way through a movie or through a concert. You said it is.
I think at this stage of the game, it's not, man. Just like
I don't think it's gangster.
Sneaking, moving seats at a stadium or an arena. I feel like it's not gangster. What's gangster is you go to the one that you pay for and you spend enough to have a nice seat.
Okay, how about this? Because because like now I don't know how it is in the US anymore. In Europe, it's assigned seats.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about yeah.
Oh, I was talking about like an arena, going to a soccer game or whatever.
No, okay, yeah, I feel you. No, in that case, you also get assigned seats, but then you try to get a better one. Okay, but what if you go to the theater, you pay for your movie, and then you watch an extra movie? I think that's fair. I think no one gets hurt there.
That is.
You know, I'm paying a little. I am buying the popcorn, but I'm watching two movies. And the second one I'm not really watching. It's more for like fingering.
Which is gangster.
Which is pretty gangster.
Well, because it would be not gangster to have to leave to go right back in to the theater next to the one that you were previously at 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. It would be actually the opposite of gangster.
All right.
Okay, no, I get that. All right, let me move on to the next one. Is it gangster to celebrate your birthday doing something with your kids or solo?
I clearly asked that question. So I'm having this little mental debate and little mental gymnastics that I go through every year when it's my birthday. Do I want to get the fuck away and do something for myself and just treat me? Or should I be, a responsible dad or whatever and be with my kids on my birthday? And this year I'm turning the big 3-0.
Oh,
I want to do something cool.
Damn. That's a heavy one. That's the one that lets you know it will be over. Eventually.
Bro.
Okay.
I think you deserve both.
Damn.
Okay, so would you say then, John, you do a little family gathering.
Right, of course.
To show love to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom, you go to Las Vegas for a Comic-Con.
It doesn't have to be like exactly on your birthday, but at least like the birthday weekend before or after, kind of like that range. That's the range you got. You got like 2 weeks around your birthday time. Okay. Maybe even like the whole month.
Because you know how people always talk about like you gotta love yourself? Before you love everybody, you gotta love yourself.
This is part of loving yourself.
Like, is that part of self-love? I mean, we know about the other part of self-love, but is this also part of self-love? Like, hey, and when you say to yourself, like, do you say like even without your significant other?
In this case, no, I'd be with my significant other, but
right. But like, let's say it wasn't,
or even myself.
Like, I think that would be gangster. Like, if I was to tell my girl, like, look, I'm gonna go into a Warcraft 3, convention that's happening in Germany, and I'm going for the weekend. She's like, yeah, go do whatever. I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be any pussy there. So yeah, go ahead. You go, what, Warcraft 3? I don't even know what's that, but that sounds gay as fuck. She said that. I was like, hey, chill, you can't talk like that. Like, that's fucked up.
Then what about if I go, baby, for my birthday, I want to go to Brazil during Carnival,
By myself.
Pretty gangster. Pretty gangster. With the broski doodle.
With the broski doodles. Yeah, you guys ain't getting no pussy, so yeah, you go.
I mean, that's pretty gangster.
I'm not gangster on her part.
Like, it's pretty gangster on her part to think that we're gonna go there and not, like the broski doodles. We're out there. They're gonna know. Like, we got a lot of people from Brazil that listen. They know. And they look at
to
us.
Ben.
I mean, they look at Adrian. They're like, "This is the Vin Diesel from Miami." Right? They look at John. They're like, "That's the guy from The Last of Us, Pascal." And Kiko, Purple Alert. He's a nice kid. He's a nice kid.
Don't make any loud sounds near him.
Bless his heart, that Kiko.
Oh, bless him. Bless him.
Put headphones on that guy.
I'll be honest with
again
you.
for a walk.
I actually, this is the way I do it. For my birthdays, I mean, again, I don't have kids, but sometimes you can even have the pressure of, should I have to do a get-together and have people come? I've had many birthdays where I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to go out and eat something and have some drinks with my girlfriend. And like, I don't want to have to attend to nobody. And I've done that. I mean, it's not always, but some, you know, that I think is fair. And it is gangster to every once in a while, like, hey, this year,
it's just me.
it's just me.
No, nobody else.
I'ma love me. And then you do whatever it is you do in the dark
So
times.
it is pretty gangster to put my kids in a daycare for a week while I leave to Amsterdam.
Or in a cage, you know, whatever works. You know?
A daycare for a week. I mean,
Does that,
You know, like a pet hotel where they put the pets when you
yeah, I
go
was just
out?
gonna ask you, does that exist? Like a daycare for a week?
well, but who would you put in the daycare? Both of them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be
Better price.
out? You'd be out for 2 weeks or 1 week?
Depends on how much the daycare service.
Yeah, like how much?
No,
like,
I'm asking you.
like
I'm
if
asking
they could go
like,
for a month, you know,
How-
we could talk numbers.
how long were you planning to be out? I'm asking you. Like for your birthday thing, how long were you planning to be out? Like a week, 2 weeks?
Like a weekend. No, nothing crazy.
A weekend. Okay. So
I guess just the act of not spending the day and doing all the comedic type of things.
Okay.
but
And
you still can.
Like, do you feel like sometimes the familiar stuff that you need to do, the family gathering stuff, could cause like, okay, this is pressure and responsibilities on me when today I just want to, you know, scratch my balls.
Right. Yeah, I do feel that pressure.
Okay. Well, ideally, your birthday falls like on a Thursday. Thursday, you have, you know, some sort of get together with the close ones. And then Friday after work, you dip until Sunday and you bathe yourself in whiskey in some hotel near a beach. I think that's gangster and it's understandable. Like, I wouldn't say like, oh, no, I do think that you kind of have to, and for being a Latino family, you kind of have to be there for your birthday. It's almost like your birthday, you got to serve others. It's part of like the Latino culture, right? And then the other days, you can go do whatever you want. But you let it be known. Hey, by the way, birthday, we're going to have a badass family birthday. Yeah, the tias, the uncles, the primos, cool. The day after, I'm gone for 2 days and don't fucking even call my number.
Give me your phone real quick. I'm going to delete my number.
Yeah, don't even dare to fucking text me. This goes for everyone. Your whole family is in your living room like, what the fuck? Like, everyone.
I don't even know I want to have dinner with you right now.
I want to live my dreams. I was going to be a bartender. No, I think, okay, so that's pretty gangster, I think. What do you think, John?
Damn. In this one, I have to agree. It's really gangster to do a little bit of both. You know, take care of yourself, take care of your family, have fun with them. Yeah, you worked the entire year to put a roof over their head and to assist in their expenses and do all these things for them. The least they could do is help take care of you now on that one day. You know.
Right. And all you're asking is like, just don't be involved with me for the next 2 days.
No, I just need my
you
personal
don't have a
space.
father
Right.
for a weekend.
Like, imagine for 2 days, because it can also be like a thing for them to learn, like see what your life could be.
You're going on a wellness retreat.
Right.
Have you seen Home Alone? That's what I want you to do this weekend.
See the 3 movies. The second one has Donald Trump.
Reference.
Okay. No, and I like how what you call it, DJ BJ, a wellness retreat. Because if you call it it's a boys' weekend, they're gonna judge you. They're like, oh really? It's a boys' weekend? That's what it is? That's what a responsible father does? He goes with his boys on the weekend? No. It's a wellness retreat.
Yeah.
Oh really? It's a wellness retreat? That's why you have a bag of mushrooms and you're going to, Joshua Tree.
I've heard they have a lot of healing properties. I mean, we need to try it out in the in the solitude of the forest.
Pretty good idea.
You see what I mean? Like, evolve. Go online, search how much, a house rents for a weekend in Joshua Tree.
You use VRBO.
Paid sponsor.
Unpaid sponsor, but yeah.
All right. Is there any other gangster, not gangster topics or questions that I've written?
Okay. Is a gangster? This is not too much of is a gangster or not, but more of a question in general. If a friend does not invite you to a milestone event, will you feel a kind of way?
Some kind of way. When I read this one, I was like, "Oh, damn! This one's serious."
Who was it, Kiko?
No, I don't. I read this online and I added it because I thought it was like a cool thing. Because like the way that I look at it is, like I have friends that's got married, right? And I wasn't invited to the wedding, and it was like, not only was I okay with them not inviting me to the wedding, I was actually relieved. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the wedding type shit. And then we talked to each other like adults later and have fun. And I met the kid because they got married, they have a kid now. So, there's that thing in between. And it was cool. And the way that I look at it is when you're an adult, you shouldn't take shit personal like if you were in fucking high school. Like, oh, I didn't get invited. No, it's like, bro, how many people you get to invite to a wedding? 100, and 70 of them is going to be your girlfriends, family, and friends that are fake as fuck. So you got like 30 spots, which is very little spots, right? So I understand like, oh, maybe I don't invite Tio Kiko. It's cool, bro. I'll see you later, when you have the wellness retreat.
Well, then the argument could be made, are they really a close friend then?
That is true.
Because are we talking about random people, like random friends that like?
I said a friend. If a friend, not a close friend.
So not a close friend or not a family member.
Yeah.
So like a friend.
Because if it's a close friend, then it's like, all right, I guess now I know where we stand.
Oh,
right.
shit.
Ooh.
So you would take it personal if it was a close friend.
If I consider the person a close friend, and then all of a sudden I'm not that close, that I don't merit a seat at the table, then all right.
Okay. Then it's like...
Unless then the other people that didn't get invited were also like in the same...
No, unless he calls you personally and tells you, look, I wanted to invite you to the wedding, blah, blah, and this, but because of the seating capacity, in spirit, you're always going to be there for me and stuff like that. Something like that. Is that okay?
And then he has a wedding for 1,000 people. Bro, we were restricted with the seating capacity, and you're my boy, but not that boy.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious if that actually happened.
The wedding's in the newspapers.
The biggest wedding in South Florida.
Ben Affleck and J-Lo show up.
Bad Bunny to perform in the biggest wedding in South Florida.
But damn, bro, we're boys. But like, I couldn't invite you, bro.
Sorry, man.
Seating.
But like, do you have friends that are sort of in a situation where you feel they're kind of owned by their significant other, and they will call you and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I wanted to invite you, but she just, for some reason she just doesn't vibe with you, and like it's like it's not like I tell her you're cool, but like she says like back in the day you said those jokes and
shit,
and you said the whole thing about like like fat
purple
shaming,
alerts,
purple alerts and the and the such.
And it gets better.
It always gets better.
She said you shouldn't like reference the Holocaust in that way because her dog is Jewish or something. You know?
Only eats kosher meat.
Oh shit.
He has a yarmulke for the fucking Russell.
Fuck.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean that was our session for gangster or not gangster. I mean, let us know, guys, if you have like suggestions for what could be gangster or not. And let's say you're walking through your life and you go through a situation where you're like, damn, I don't even know what I should do. But if I do this, then that's not gangster. Or if I do, like, let us know. Put the suggestion on the comment. And you can even write it like, hey, this is not my own suggestion. It's what a friend told me. So that people don't think you're asking that thing. You feel me? Like,
but then by doing that, it's definitely you who is asking.
But don't say that. Like, give him the benefit of the doubt.
Like, is it gangster to get quarters out of a fountain?
I mean...
Oh...
I mean, maybe now with inflation, it's probably not as gangster. But back in the day when a Little Caesars pizza cost $5, that was pretty gangster. If I get 20 of them fuckers, and if I get 25, I got the breadsticks too.
Oh,
with the marinara sauce.
Damn.
How much a Little Caesar pizza costs over there right now?
Like $8.
Damn, inflation.
Crazy, bro.
Is it still hot and ready?
Depends how you want it to. I don't know. I haven't had one in a while, but now I want one.
I had one in Spain because they brought it here, and I felt like my stomach was disintegrating. so yeah, I could see why they were cheap, but they're good. I mean, that was gangster to me. Like back in the day, getting Little Caesars was pretty gangster. Like two of my boys, like, oh, let's get, like, you got $2, I got $1. Okay, we got a Little Caesar. Oh, you got for the breadstick? What? That's insane. And they put a lot of butter and the Parmesan cheese that wasn't Parmesan cheese.
God damn.
Pretty fire.
You remember? You remember all that?
I remember all that. I don't remember a lot of other things that are important to remember, but that I remember. All right, guys. Let's call it a day. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian, keep it familiar. DJ BJ.
You already know.
Make sure you're down. You got the notifications for the silver alerts.
And the purple alerts.
Purple alerts and the amber alerts.
Purple alert.
The brown alerts, the black alerts, yellow alerts.